Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a birth story video of my baby. He's here sleeping. So I had a pretty good pregnancy. I didn't gain as much weight as I had with previous pregnancies. I ate a lot more healthier. I took really good prenatal vitamins. I got my vitamin D level up, which was really low at the beginning, and I took a good supplement that kept it up. So I will be sharing in another video what supplements I took, what vitamins and stuff I took during my pregnancy. I wasn't actually diagnosed, but I think I had that pubic dysfunction or something. I don't remember, pubic symphysis dysfunction or something like that, where your pubic bone hurts a lot. And so towards the end of my pregnancy, my pubic bone hurt a lot, and I was seeing the chiropractor once or twice a week, and that helped. Other times I would sit up in bed and I'd hear little pops and feel little pops in my pubic bone. And then one Friday night, I was putting the kids to bed and they were all asleep, and I literally sat up and I just heard this, oh my goodness, thinking about it just makes my bone hurt. I felt and heard this really loud pop. And what had happened was my pubic bone separated like it would separate in labor, but it separated early. I think I was like 36 weeks when it did it, and it just, oh. And so it hurt that night, and then the next morning I could barely walk, and I was able to get a hold of my chiropractor even though it was the weekend, and she told me some things to do to help it. And then I went and saw her like twice a week, and actually it healed. It, like, by the time I had him, it wasn't even really hurting. I got a belly bandit for this pregnancy and wore that a lot, and that helped before and after the bone hurt split. Anyways, so now that's a little bit about the pregnancy. Let's get on to the actual birth story. So when I was almost 30, I was like 37 in 6 days or something, I started having the prodromal labor stuff where you just get the contractions but nothing happens. Talked to my midwife, I just went to bed, nothing happened. So I had that sometimes, and then I think I had it a week later. I wrote this all down, but of course I didn't bring my notes, so let's hope I don't forget anything. So then I just waited. Okay, so I had it at almost 38 weeks, and then about a week later I had it. And I don't even think I told my midwife. Anyways, I had it then, and then I didn't have it. Like, it stopped. It was the weirdest thing. It just completely stopped. I didn't have really any contractions until the day I had him. So for over a week, I didn't have any contractions, and I had been having them, you know, at like almost 38 weeks. So at 40 weeks and 2 days, I went to the chiropractor because I felt like I was visiting the chiropractor a lot at the end of my pregnancy. Anyways, I went to the chiropractor, and she helped align the baby, and he was head down in good position at all my appointments and everything. But then that night, my friend and I went for a walk, and we took the kids to see some Christmas lights, because this was like the week before Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was the week before Thanksgiving. Our park does Christmas lights, and so we took the kids and went for a walk for like 2 hours. I think we walked like a mile, and I know that sounds like a long time to walk a mile, but we were pushing the kids in the double stroller and whatnot, and we saw Santa Claus and different things. So we went for this big, huge, long walk. And then the next day was my midwife appointment, and we talked to them, and I was 40 weeks and 3 days at this appointment. And they talked about having me drink this drink, make this drink and drink it, that it's like a midwife's brew. Anyways, we talked about me drinking that to see if that would help, but we were going to do it in a few days if I wanted to do it. If I didn't want to do it, then I didn't have to. They weren't going to make me. So I went to my appointment, came home. One of my friends told me, "You're going to have this baby tonight." And I was like, ha ha ha. No, you're not. No, I'm not. And my sister was here. She'd been here for like a week, 2 weeks. And then Friday night, I was just so, well, okay. After my appointment, I came home and I got this urge to nest. Like, I was like, I gotta clean my bathroom. And I just spent time in my bathroom cleaning some, let the kids come in and out, spent some time with them. And then I just got so tired and I had to lay down after I laid the kids down. I laid in my bed. And then I got this, I was like, I'm hungry and I want cream cheese and crackers, but oh man, I don't want to go make them myself. And then I remember that my sister was out in my living room because my husband was deployed when I had the baby. So I texted my sister, or called her, I don't know, and asked her to make me some food. And so she made me the cream cheese and crackers like I wanted. And they were a little bit broken because I think she broke some of the crackers on accident, but I didn't care. I just ate them. And then I went to bed and I woke up at like 4:30 and I was like, oh, 4:30 a.m. And I thought, oh, that was a contraction. And I had my 1-year-old, and he was 2 years old at the time, in my bed with me. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to sleep. And another one came like 14 minutes later. And they were like that for the next 12, 11 hours, probably 10 hours. So I laid in bed for a while and was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go pee and see if that helps, like, stop them. And it didn't, and I drank a bunch of water to make sure I wasn't dehydrated, and I was still having them. And they were different kind of contractions than the prodromal labor ones were. They were like they were down low, and instead of like completely high up. I don't know if I'm not explaining that very well. So then I got up at like, I don't know, 7:30, 8, and I think I told my husband like today might be the day, but I doubt it. And I was in denial. And so then my friend and I went grocery shopping, but first she came and got me and my 1-year-old daughter, my only daughter as of now, and my friend, all three of us, we went to Panda Express and we ate and talked, and my daughter she just loved it. Like, I felt like it was a little mommy-daughter date with my friend. I don't know. And then we went to the store and I was having contractions, and sometimes I'd be like, I can't talk, and I'd like felt like I waddled through them. And like, see, I'd still been having contractions since 4:30 a.m. and this was at 12:30 when I was at the store. And I was like, nope, not in labor, because my friend said, is the baby coming today? Do I need to cancel my plans tonight? And one of my other friends said, do I need to come over? And I was like, nope, not in labor, not in labor. And then I got home and I laid down and I put Selena to sleep, and I don't know, I'm crying, but she, like, it was the last time I put her to sleep that she was like the baby, my youngest. And I put her to sleep and I laid in bed and I was like, hey, these are gonna stop. This for sure is not it. And then I had talked to one of my other friends the night before, and she said, I'll watch your kids tomorrow if you want to clean or go to the store or whatever. So I put my little girl to sleep, and then I got my boys ready to go to my friend's house, and she lives around the corner. And then one of my other friends, okay, my friend Anna came over, and my sister took my boys to my friend around the corner. I'm not going to say her name because I don't know how she'll feel about that. And so my boys were over there, and I talked to my midwife, and she's like, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to talk in 30 minutes? And I was like, yeah, like, that sounds fine. Let's talk in 30 minutes. So then we talked and I was like, just wait another 30 minutes. And then I was like, oh wait, just kidding. They're 5 minutes apart now. Like, and she's like, okay, I'm on my way. And so she got here and it was just me, my daughter, my sister Kebby, my friend Anna, and my friend Jackie. Yes, I have a dog named Jackie, but when I refer to Jackie, it's talking about my friend. So it was just us here because my boys were around the corner at my friend's house. And my daughter had woken up and she knew something was up. And I cried because she just didn't want anything to do with me. Like she woke up and cried like she was terrified of something. And then all she wanted was Jackie. And she didn't want anything to do with me. And like I cried and I was like, she doesn't like me anymore. Which is totally dumb. But anyways. So who is it?
Can I join the video?
In a little bit. I'll get you, okay?
Please.
In a little bit. Please close the door.
Okay. Watch me in.
Close the door.
Okay.
Sit down. Right here.
I'm watching you.
Okay, you cannot cover the camera.
What are you doing?
So, okay, so my midwife got here. She gave me this shot because I had the strep B shot, or I had the strep B stuff. And so she gave me that shot and I started having contractions. You know, they were, well, I continued having contractions. She checked me and like his head wasn't putting pressure on my cervix. And I was only at a 3 even after all those contractions. And she's like, so your body's doing more work than it needs to. So she did something where she held my cervix through a few contractions. And that brought me to like a 5, I think. And so then I had the midwife and then a birth assistant. But then there was a student midwife and a couple student, they were training to be birth assistants that I said could come. So everyone came. It was like a big birth party. My neighbors, I'm sure, were like, what is going on over there? And in my previous births, I wasn't super loud, but for some reason this one I was. I don't know if it was just because my husband wasn't here. I don't know. But I was super loud, just like making lots of noise. I felt like I was super loud. And I wasn't sure if I was going to have a water birth, but I got the stuff for it in case. And they filled up the pool. You know, I was having these contractions and they filled up the pool and I was doing pretty good and I just kept having them. And they checked me and I was barely at a 6 after like an hour, I think. And that was just kind of discouraging. So I drank a lot of water and I ate some kind bars, but I drank a lot of water, so I kept having to go to the bathroom. And the student midwife said, just sit on the toilet through a few contractions. Let's see what that does. And she was right. And then I was like, I wish my husband was here. And she told me I should call him. But I didn't want to call him because I said, I don't want to call him because I don't want to feel like I have to entertain another person. And they all started laughing. And so my friend Messenger called him and I think I said, I'm not entertaining you or something like that. I don't know. And then the pool was finally ready for me to get in, so I got in and they would try and check the baby's heartbeat and they're like, you gotta go. They told the one person who was checking it, you have to check, it's really low. And she's like, I'm really low, checking it. And they're like, no, you have to, like, it's way down there. And I think they just didn't really check it, or, you know, because it was so far down. And because he was so low. But what was it? So I was in the pool and I remember checking to see if I could feel his head, but it was the bag of waters. And in my contractions, like, I'd be making a lot of noise. And my one friend said it was opera singing. She said next time that she's going to get me, my friend Jackie said she's going to get me a studio next time because of my opera singing. But, so we So I felt his bag of waters, and then I was in a contraction, and I heard this pop, and I felt it too, and I was like, my water broke. And when I was in the middle of a contraction, I just stopped and said, my water broke. And I remember them saying, clear, clear. And I was like thinking, oh good, okay, clear. And I went back to my contraction and whatnot. And then I just, you know, felt like I had to push, and I could push whenever I wanted. Oh yeah, so I told my friend Anna to get the kids to my house, to call my other friend who lived around the corner and have the boys come. So they did, and after my water broke, they'd come in, and all three of my kids were in the pool. And my 2-year-old came up to me. He said, hi, Mommy, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And then he just stood at the side of the pool. And all three of my kids were in the room. So 5 minutes after my water broke, he came out, and I remember feeling his head come out, and they said, feel his head, feel his head. And I did. And then I remember feeling his shoulders shift, and he was out, and they said, catch your baby, get your baby. And he was in the water, and I got him, I caught him, I pulled him up to me, and it was just so sweet. I just sat there with him on my chest, and he cried and cried, and he was not as big as I thought he was going to be. I really thought he was going to be like 9 pounds, because this was the longest I'd been pregnant. He was 40 weeks, born at 40 weeks, 40 days. 40 weeks, 4 days. And so my little boy, he's 3 now, he ran out of the room because he got scared because I was loud, but then he ran back in. And my 1-year-old, as soon as she heard her brother cry, she just started laughing. Like, she was so happy. And my 6-year-old was like, oh, I think he said something like, Mommy just had a baby, because my friend recorded it, but I don't think I'm going to share it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But he was like, Mommy just had a baby. He's here. And so then I sat in the water with him for a little bit, but his respirations were high and his temperature was a little bit high. So they moved us out of the water after I delivered the placenta. That came like 10 minutes later, 5 minutes later. And they moved me onto my bed, and we weren't sure at first. We thought maybe it was just because the water was too hot, but there was the chance because I didn't have the antibiotic in me long enough for the strep B. So there was that. So we just did skin to skin. He laid on me. The midwives just left us alone. All my friends and stuff were in the room. They came in and out. If I did it over again, I think I'd have people leave, but I didn't really think about that at the time, so I don't know if I would do that. You know, each experience is different. Are you getting a tooth right there already? Because you're 3 months. So then after a while, and I ate. Like, as soon as he was born, my one friend who was watching my boys and brought them over, she came in and said, what do you want to eat? And I think I was just like, I don't care. Something good. Just something good. I don't care. So she brought me this chicken pasta stuff that she had made. It was actually really good. Anyways, so I ate that on my bed while I was laying with the baby. He nursed, and he nursed pretty good, but I had asked if he had any ties, and he did. I'll get to that in a minute. So we laid there, you know, for quite a while, and his cord was still connected to the placenta. There's a picture of it. I'll have to find the picture. And then they came in and, you know, took him. They asked him if they could take him and weigh him, and they did. He was 7'14" and 20.5 inches long. He was healthy. They looked, and he had a lip tie and a tongue tie, and then his buccals, like the sides right here, I guess, were tied. I found that out at his appointment when I got him revised. But my 6-year-old got to cut the cord, and so I'll have him tell you about that in just a minute. And then I got up, got dressed, you know, cleaned up, got dressed, and went back into my bed and got to snuggle him in my bed. And it was so nice, like, to not be in the hospital.
scream.
Okay. Okay, just a minute. So, what did you think when your brother was born?
Judah.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was nice.
It was nice?
He was screaming a lot.
He was screaming a lot. Did you cry? Or did you want to cry because you were so happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you scared?
A little bit. But now Judah wants to suck his fingers.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite part of him being born?
I don't know.
Look at the camera. Did you get to cut the cord?
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
Was it pretty cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. What the cord feel like?
It was hard and it was felt like a really hard string.
Yeah. Was it pretty awesome?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll watch another baby be born?
Yeah, it should be on the bed.
Oh, you don't want a baby born in the water again?
No, because the blood works. The scary part was blood.
Oh, the blood. Did that make you a little afraid?
Yeah.
Okay, tell everyone bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Anyways, that is my birth story. If you have questions, please let me know down below. And I hope I made sense and got this birth story across. Don't hit the tripod. Let me know if you have any questions, and we will see you in the next video.